bum, bum, bum. Um. Mm. If it is a setting, I need to lower my audio. Then yeah, music. Anyways. Welcome to RVRL, round 13, Singapore. So, yeah, this is round 13, taking place in S Singapore, street circuit. Right, I need to get the track information. So, there are 23 corners. Previously, it was the track where with the most corners, but Saudi Arabia took that place. So now it's the second most. It's a track with the second most amount of corners, 23 to be exact. The first Grand Prix was held in 2008. We know how that happened. Crashgate. Um, Number of laps 61, but since we obviously do only 50% of the race, it's gonna be 30 or 31. I think it's 31. Race is 308 kilometers, but obviously we half that, so it's about 150 or so. Um, yeah, 15 drivers. No, what the hell? No, there are one, two, three. No, there are only 13. One, two. I think there's 12. But circuit length is 5.063 kilometers, and Jesus Christ, um, and kilometers to miles, 5.063. In miles, it is 3.146 miles. Lap record is 1 minute 41.905, set by Kevin Magnussen in 2008. Um, yeah, and Marina Bay and the track is officially named Marina Bay Street Circuit. Kinda like Monaco, just maybe a bit not. It's just a bit wider, not as challenging as Monaco. But the first driver to be out on track is Secret. Then long behind it is Liam on the west. I mean, yeah, there's only 12 people, so I get it. Why on west? Um, then then there is Jamie on the softs. Then behind him there is the second Aston Martin driver, recently renamed from ODD Jacob Hostad to now Panda to 2000 Junior, but I'm just gonna call him Jacob for now until I will change it eventually to call him Panda. But anyways, behind him there is Dave on softs, and basically behind him there is gonna be uh, Josh coming with the soft tire. Monkey is thinking with the mediums. As we see in the Mercedes garage, that hack is gonna be as well coming out of his pit garage. As Secret is gonna be the first rider to start the laps by a long mile. It just sounds better. Um, got the first corner very heavily. I'm surprised that he didn't get any track invalidation. This turn 5 or going into the turn 5, it's really hard. It's or not hard. It's not hard, but it just is really easy to get an invalidation. Obviously fastest for sector 27.072 I think it was. Yellow flags. Oh, that is just Liam going slowly with his wets. The Aston Martin master plan. La 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 la. Um. But yeah, Aston Martin cars may be getting disqualified or get a penalty because in the rules it's said that during qualifying you may not use the wet compound tire or intermediates unless it's raining or mixed conditions. So Aston Martin may get some kind of a penalty or something, as Secret sets a new fastest lap, 137.637. I need to put the audio down for me. For it should be better. Yeah, it sounds better, at least for me. But yeah, Leclerc on the, well, it's Q1, so nothing that really matters. But yeah, the Aston Martin drivers may get a warning or fine or something, as they're racing in qualifying. One of them in the wets, and the second one in the intermediates. But yeah, they may get a penalty for that. But we will see what sort of a penalty, as Jacob comes to the line, big slide, 146.9, and Liam with 154.5, Jamie 158.7. Behind him there is Monkey who starts his lap on the medium compound of tires. Wait, does it even sound good? I may up it 1. It's here. I will up it by 1. Yeah, it sounds alright. Ifni is starting his flying lap as well. Or no, actually his second, I think. I know, this is the first one, as he has a big slide coming out of turn 5. But luckily he saved that. 27.8, as Josh sets a not fast lap, but goes P2 138.39.561. Hack goes P2 139.180. James Biscuit joins the session. I've heard that he's quick. We will see later on if he's really quick. Dave is gonna start shortly his flying lap as he spins out of the turn 21 Luckily he didn't hit the wall or anything, but that may compromise his exit for the time lap. As there's an Aston Martin going slowly. That's Panda. Um, Having a broken front wing. Obviously, in this league, there's no budgets like with the damage or anything. As both Aston Martins into the pits, very closely between each other, as well as Jamie behind them. Monkey goes 6, 153.066. Behind him, Ifni went before 140.521. Um, Masmad shortly as well should be starting his fast lap. Yellow flags 5, but that's just slowing cars. I don't see any damage on the cars. For Ifni, I don't think there's any damage. No. As someone joins, that is Velocity. No, Biscuit or James. I'm gonna call him James. Um, went into the AlphaTauri. As well as I think someone as well, other one is gonna join. There are right now 14 drivers. As of currently, I'm looking. Yeah, there's 14 drivers, but there should be at least one coming as well. Should be Channel. He was as well in here. So right now doesn't seem to be anything. As Dave has spun out of the final corner, and he does a bit of donuts. But he will go P6 150.063. Obviously not the lap that you honestly won, but anyways. Many new liveries for many after the update. One of them significant or two significant differences are for Red Bull with the new blue livery, the better blue, and with Aston Martin the black halo, as they had it in real life for quite some time. I think after Spain, I think something like that. As Hackers in the pits, as well a significant difference for the Mercedes if we're talking about the TV pod or the TV pod side cam, with the new halo instead of being the Acros sponsor there and just having the black on the inside and then the silver on the outside. Now it's just full black with the Ionos sponsor on the both sides, and it's just whole black with some aero parts in there to improve the aero, obviously. As on Master Mat went P5 141.184. As well a difference for Alpine. Now as you may see the different sponsors, and as well the blue for the Alpine, it's not as like, it's more it's not as dark, it's just a bit lighter. It's like a little bit lighter blue. There's as well for Ferrari, the mirrors have changed, have their positions, as well as for AlphaTauri, that sponsor Life or Life 3. Previously it was Fandom, now it's Life.com. I think there's some differences for Alfa Romeo as well. I don't think there was enough for Haas. Those the vents are now black, not white. I don't think there is anything for Williams different. Obviously for McLaren now uh, being they have now their normal livery, not the special livery that was for the time being when there was the Singapore and Japan. As James comes to the line, he went fifth, 140.817, but he spun out of the final corner. So probably there's some maybe more time to find as more drivers are retiring in the pits. Liam and Panda they have gone out back out with the mediums. Liam goes P7 142.525. Panda will come to the line shortly as well. 143.593. He goes 1 second behind his own team boss. Um, as Jimenez has finally came out of his pit box. So finally an Alfa Romeo coming, and the second one as well. Velocity reserving for Alfa Romeo. Um, uh, I don't. There is nothing really much to say. Like James is gonna go into the pits shortly. He doesn't have enough fuel to start a new lap, and his now lap, even if you want to call it a lap, is invalid, almost mad in the pits. Liam is on his in lap, as well as Panda on his in lap. Dave in the pits. Velocity is on his out lap, and Jimenez as well on an out lap. So we can maybe commentate these two Alfa Romeo cars. Lewis probably the same thing will happen. He's just not gonna go out on track. He's gonna start last. But Jimenez has started his flying lap. Yellow flags in here, but it's just yeah. Liam has run out of fuel. Panda will shortly as well run out of fuel. Maybe the same place as Liam. Doesn't seem to. No, he has not run out of fuel yet. Yeah, and he goes into the pits. So it's only the Alfa Romeo pair out on track. Jimenez with apparently fast first sector. I don't believe that since Jimenez is quick, but just in an Alfa Romeo and on the mediums, I don't. It's not really possible. It's not really possible. And as well, how he takes some of these corners, just they don't look like it would be a fastest lap worthy. But obviously he doesn't have to push on this lap because there are only 14 drivers run out. There was supposed to be one coming. As Velocity has spun out of turn 5, it doesn't look like that he has hit a wall or anything. But well, he's probably gonna have to finish this lap anyway. He'll be probably ahead of Jamie even. Jimenez coming through the two final corners now, and he will go P9 143.722, just a bit over 1/10 behind Panda. Yeah, but Velocity is gonna have to finish his lap. He's gonna have to finish his lap. 1:19.2.1. He's probably gonna be anyways ahead of Jamie, but I still don't understand how Lewis is always like, he's always in here on time, but he's just never going out on track. I don't get it. As Channel joins in, and he went into Haas, so two Haas drivers. Velocity coming through the two final corners. He spins out of the out of the final corner, and he will be slower than Jamie. Um, a lap time of 2 minutes and 3 seconds. That should be a pole position worthy, as he again spins. In both of those spins, he luckily didn't hit a wall, but it's a bit of a disappointment, I would say. Shadow comes out of the pits, but it's a bit unnecessary now, and he spins. Um, and Velocity is just having fun, I guess. Um, Jimenez going into the pits. 25 seconds remaining, so basically we can say that nobody has gone out of the out of Q1. Velocity hitting the wall, and damaging his front wing. Channel, well, he's just here to. He's probably to test this setup, I guess. Um. Hmm. Mm. But yeah, qualifying has finished. Only, well, Velocity has to do something. He just has to finish this lap, I guess. Um, but secret. No, I'm just gonna leave it for the when the results are in. It will be just a bit better. But yeah, I think the only driver who did like a solid lap, the only driver who did a solid lap was Secret. Like an at least like serious lap. Mm, yeah, it was only Secret. Yeah, Velocity is just drifting out here. Um, as he does a donut. Really bad one, but donut, I guess. Um, then go into the pits. And we'll have to wait even more. Ah, no, okay. Okay, we don't have to. Um, yeah. Well, here are the Q1 results. Secret, first, 1.5 seconds out of Hack. Well, probably none of these times are really serious besides Secret, but Hack second. Josh in the Red Bull, reserving for them. Third, Ifni in the McLaren fourth. James reserving for AlphaTauri fifth. Or Matt sixth. Liam reserving for Splendid, who couldn't make it today, 7th. Panda 8th. Jimenez 9th. Dave 10th. Monkey 11th. Jamie 12th. Velocity 13th. Channel and Lewis 14th and 15th. And we will go now into the Q2, where the drivers will have to set a time, set a like a serious time, not just going out on inters or wets or just regular mediums and or just on softs, but to like a 150.3. Well, that's qualifying starting. We see a Red Bull car or Red Bull engineers um, lifting down the car, and one Red Bull is already out. That is Secret. No, that's Josh. Which one was it? Oh, Secret. Secret is already out of his pit pit box, and will probably shortly out on track. So he's the first driver to be out on track. The second one is gonna be Dave, and third one it's James. But none behind them. Oh, actually there is one. Actually two. A Aston Martin of Liam, and then behind him there is a Alfa Romeo. No, actually two. Actually, both of the Aston Martins went at the same time. Then behind them there is Velocity. Behind them there is Channel. And behind them there is no one yet. Hack's still in the pits. Oh, or Channel or already spun. That's not really ideal. I don't think. He has a black helmet, full black on helmet, and the number of 69. Nice. Second AlphaTauri driver as well out on track on Master Mad, and behind him there is an AlphaTauri of Monkey as well out on track. This weekend a safety car is the red Mercedes. Secret. Well, he's gonna be probably the first driver to start their own laps. Everyone on soft. Oh, James on the mediums. I don't. He's probably. I don't know if he knows, but in this game the Q2 tires don't matter. If are you gonna start on the mediums or softs? But anyways, he's on mediums. as Secret has already started his flying lap. Could he do maybe the same as in Q1, but he makes a big mistake out of turn 3, and he spins into the wall and damages his front wing. So that's his lap already ruined. He needs to let through James, who is on a lap. He had to as well earlier. Dave, but there is Liam spun as well out of turn 1 and 2. So I guess that this track is actually challenging for these drivers, as Dave has as well spun out of turn 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. Yeah, 9. As there's again Secret spun, and as well there is Channel, I think, spun out of turn 5. Many drivers spinning it, surprisingly. I'm very surprised that many drivers are spinning on the track. But it will be probably James who will finish their laps first. Let's see what time will it be. Turn 19. Now turn... No, 21, sorry. That was 21 now. Turn 22 and 23. It will be 139.439. He goes onto P1. Luxury going back into the pits, as Dave sets a 157.1, but obviously that was a bad lap since he spun. Panda coming through the line, he will go P2 139.633, only 2 tenths behind James, but James was on the mediums, so obviously he can do better on those softs. The next one is a Red Bull, but it's a Secret going into the pits, so it's gonna be Channel has as well spun on his lap, so but this time it will be 158.295. I don't know if he has realized, but behind him there is Hack, who is on a lap. Monkey goes P1 138.652. On Mathmat goes 4th 139.955. Jamie will start his own lap in a few moments, as well as Josh. Ifni comes exits out of his pit box. Jimenez will finish his lap shortly. It's not been a great lap for him, but it will be a 142.054. He goes fifth. And then there is James, but he's on an in lap. As behind them there is Dave, who has been again on an out on a lap, but he has binned it again. Now just out of turn 19. At the back there's Panda, but he's on an in lap. Liam on an out lap. Hack. But where's Shannon? Ah, he went into the pits. Alright. Attack is gonna come through the 4 final corners. Now only 3. Now only 2. But he spins out of turn 21. He bins it almost in the same place as Velocity. No, it wasn't. I mean, yeah, it was Velocity as well, but he spun there. But it was Dave who spun 2 corners before that. Jamie, 3 final corners. Now it will be only 2 final corners. Now through the final corners, and he will go P1 137.884. But that's not the. I don't. If my memory is right, that is not. That is like 7/10 behind Secret's Q1 fastest lap. So and Secret probably can do a bit better in here. Josh on his flying lap, I guess he spun because he doesn't have his front wing. He spun and hit the wall pretty hard since his whole wing was off. Liam on a fast lap as well as Ifni, or flying lap. Secret as well as just started it. Jamie on an in lap. So only a few drivers right now out on track. Only 3 on a flying lap, and the 4th one is on an in lap. But he doesn't need to worry about anyone because he's miles ahead. But he's going very weirdly slow. Secret fastest first sector. But that's sometimes lies. Or usually lies, but since Secret is flying around here in Singapore, he can do something magical in here. Ifni 1 minute 5, the second sector. Liam, I guess it was a 1:8 or 9. Secret 1 minute 4.311. The second sector. Yellow flags in the third 3, but there was slowing cars. Ifni comes through the line, and he goes 5th, 139.731. There will be Liam as well, coming shortly through the line. He goes 7th, 141.5. But here will come Secret. He has invalidated his lap. He would have gone 4/10 faster than Jamie. So the pace is real for Secret. But the only issue is he has been 2 of his flying laps already, and he's 11th. So he needs to up it up massively if he wants to go through. Or not really massively. He just needs to set a decent lap. He doesn't need to actually push that lap that hard. He just needs to do a decent lap. Josh on an out lap. He will start his flying lap shortly. But Panda surprisingly 4th in the Aston Martin. 1/10 ahead of Ifni, but 2/10 behind James, who was on the mediums, but still quite close to the others. Um, as Dave is as well on a flying lap. He looks to improve his time as Channel goes to the exit road in going into the turn 18. Yeah, turn 18. As Josh has started his flying lap already, Channel doesn't have a has his whole front wing is off. And Mustbat is improving on his probably final flying lap by 12 thousandths. Dave as well obviously will be improving 13 seconds, but his previous lap was horrible as he spins going into the finish line. He still he only now crosses the line, so that's again as well the same. Like it happened for Secret, like now happens for Dave, but the only difference is that Dave has set 2 times. Both of them were horrible, or well, to be honest, that second one could have been actually good for like between maybe Ifni and his own teammate, somewhere on there. I don't know his pace, but since he spun out of the final corner, he lost massively there, and when he spun, he did not cross the line. He didn't cross the line, and he lost massively there. Josh goes third, 139.2, as Liam blocking Josh. Luckily he wasn't on a flying lap. He just finished one, so that was a bit lucky for him. But Liam and Secret have gone out of the pit lane. Secret needs to do a decent time. He doesn't need to push this time much. He just needs to do a semi-decent time, and he'll be good. James feels confident in his lap that nobody, or not that nobody, since there is Secret and Hack, but seems confident that not that many people will beat his time. Veloxity is finishing his lap in a few seconds. Hopefully he doesn't do the same as Dave did, or Secret. He doesn't, and he goes 5th, 139.523. He goes 1 cent ahead of Panda, but 1 cent behind James. So he slots between James and Panda pretty nicely. As Hack has started his flying lap, as well as Secret will start his one shortly. Channel will start his one as well. Well, if he has enough time. Oh, he preset it to track. I still don't know if that's allowed or not. But Jimenez, he's improving by 1/10. I think he has time to improve by a lot. By a lot. As we go with him through the final 2 corners, he comes through the line and he goes ahead of Liam, but just 21 thousandths. But as well, Liam doesn't improve in his first sector, so he needs to up it up massively. If he, well, not really by much, if he wants to overtake Jimenez, but obviously he has to take a look at the other drivers, such as, well, Dave isn't improving, and he's out of fuel already, so he is out. Channel to the first sector, he's improving by 14 seconds, but he has spun on his time. Hack coming through the line, he goes 3rd, so he is through, pushing Liam out, but he still has a time to do. Um, Secret, he still has an invalidate or spawn, and his time looks good to make it through. So he just needs to do this final two corners just enough, and he does it. He goes second, 137.991, just 1/10 behind Jamie. So the pace for Secret is there. Liam went faster by almost a second or over a second, but because Secret was already down in outside of the top 10, so that means that Liam is out. Jimenez is as well out. So we know that Lewis, Dave, Jimenez and Liam are out. But could Channel maybe do a better time than on Masvad? He doesn't. He slots between Jimenez and Liam. 1 second behind Liam, but 2/10 ahead of Jimenez. So that is Q2 done. On Masmat just making it in. Not maybe just, but 4/10 ahead of Liam. But still, just making it in. But there's one Aston Martin car in there, luckily for Liam, and that is apparently washed Panda. But the Q2 has finished, so we will take a look shortly. Well, Liam, Channel, Jimenez, Dave and Lewis, and they have gone out already out of qualifying. But there are drivers who have made it in, and they are Jamie Dodger, P1, but close behind him there is Secret, who did his time on the mediums, just 1/10 behind him. So the pace for Secret is real. Monkey 3rd, Hack 4th, Josh 5th, James 6th, Velocity 7th, Panda 8th, Ifni 9th, and Onmasmat 10th. We already know who will start 11th. It's Liam. 12th will be Channel. 13th will be Jimenez. 14th will be Dave. 15th will be Lewis. So that's Q2 done, and we head over to Q3, the most important qualifying for the top drivers and teams. Obviously, everyone wants to perform in qualifying well, but the Q3 is the most important for the many drivers. As already we see that Hack is gonna be going out immediately out on track, as well as up there in front there is an Alfa Romeo of Velocity going out. So Velocity will be the first car to be out on track. Then will be Hack. Then there is a McLaren of Ifni. Then there is an Alpine. That's an Alpine of Olmasamar. And then, well, not much anyone. Oh, there is an Aston Martin. No, that is an AlphaTauri of is it hello? It's Monkey. And that was it for now. Oh, there's an Red Bull coming. That is Josh. There's as well a Ferrari. That's Jamie. But it is Secret. And behind Secret will be Jamie. So yeah, Morsar is coming out of the pit boxes, and as well Josh got coming out of his pit box. So it's only Panda and James in their pit boxes. Well, now it's only James. He's alone there. But but Velocity will be the first driver to start the times. But is he gonna finish the first? Who knows? Maybe he will spin. Maybe he will invalidate. Maybe he just will mess it up somehow. There are many ways to mess up your time. But now Velocity has crossed the line to start his first flying lap out of Q3. Monkey as no James as well out on track. So all of the drivers are now out on track to set their fastest times. Hack as well started his time. Ifnis started his. Monkey will be shortly, and after Monkey will be Almost Mad. And then a long way behind will be the Red Bull of Josh. No, it is Secret. Sorry, it will be Secret. But Velocity already passed the first sector, and midway through the second sector, as well, Ifni already passed the second sector, as Velocity has spun out of the tunnel, or the mini tunnel, and he was in the way of Hack, but not that much of a way. Not in front of a Hack, and not as much for Ifni. They can easily just go by, luckily. But that is a lap ruined for Velocity. So the first right to finish the times will be Hack, as only Panda now, or now it will be only James who is on an outlap, but the Hack who will finish their laps first. He crosses the line to make a provisional pole position, 138.012, but behind him there's Fast Ifni, who goes second, 1.1 seconds behind Hack. Then comes James, who starts his time lap. Velocity going into the pits. Monkey, who crosses the line, he goes provisional pole position, 137.982. Then it comes Almost Mad, he goes fourth, 139.006. Then behind, Secret has invalidated his lap once again in Q3, or in this qualifying, but now just in Q3. So Jamie will be the next driver to set their times. He lost the rear a bit to the turn 18. No, that was 17, sorry. 17. And now we will go with him with his two final corners, and he goes provisional pole position, 137.007, almost going into the 136s. Josh goes only fourth, 138.527. That's 1.5 seconds behind Jamie. And Panda close behind Josh, 138.690. He goes fifth. And Secret's already invalidating his second flying lap. So that's both of the laps ruined for Secret. James will be crossing the line shortly. He goes out of his just behind his teammate. He goes third, 138.005, 7/10 ahead of Hack, but only 27 thousandths behind Monkey. So both of the AlphaTauri drivers looking quite fast around here in Singapore, as they're now both second and third. Not really much happening since no one is on a flying lap, since everyone did their flying laps. I predict that Velocity will be the first one to be out on track to do his second flying lap. Secret will probably go into the pits. Yeah, he goes. He doesn't have enough fuel. Jamie as well into the pits. He doesn't have ERS. And probably tires, because like use tires to do a fast lap, it just isn't a really wise choice. As already an Alpine of Ormas Mad already out on track, or out of his pit box, so he will be the first driver to start their second flying lap, hopefully. And not much really happening after that. Ormas Mad is at the moment the only driver out on track, so he has the whole track for himself. He can do whatever he wants. He can do donuts. He can do anything. But probably everyone is spectating him, which is not really good. He goes very slowly. He just isn't a full power. He just. Well, I guess the Alpine engine has broke down again. No power. A secret is out on track. The pole contender. He is fast, but just can't do the time right. Just makes too many mistakes. As more drivers are exiting their pit boxes. Josh will be as well out on track. Then behind him there is going to be Hack out on track, and there is as well a Ferrari of Jamie out on track right now. As well as an AlphaTauri of Monkey as well out on track. But on Mass Matter will be the first right to start their second flying lap. If he messes this up, he still has time to do a second one. Maybe not the tires, but he has the time to do a second one. And Hack going slowly as well on a neutral, burning fuel, I guess. But on Masmat is on a flying lap, as well as Secret will be in the matter of time on a flying lap. On Masmat, is he improving through the first sector? He's not. He's 2.5 tenths behind. He did a massive mistake in the first sector, and he's losing time through the first sector. He maybe could gain time through the second sector, but he won't. If he will improve, I don't think he will improve by much. A Secret will come through the first sector detection zone as 26.906. Apparently he goes fastest in the first sector, as everyone is already out on track. And it's maybe not the best for Onmas Mad, who ahead. There are many of drivers out of him who prepare their fast times. He was improving by 44 thousandths, but he has to still find 4 tenths if he wants to go ahead of Ifni, and he comes through the line. He doesn't improve 8 thousandths behind, so he stays 8th. But there is Secret who is on a flying lap and maybe on a provisional pole position lap. Velocity will start his flying lap, but Secret will come through the line shortly. 2 final corners. He didn't mess this up, and he comes through the line. Provisional pole position for Secret, 136.865, the first right to go. Down into 136s, but there is Jamie who is improving through the first sector, 13 thousandths. So he needs to still find some time, but he could as well steal the pole position from Secret. Now the second sector detection zone, he's down on his time by 1/10. He has to find like 2.5 tenths to the third sector if he wants to get the pole position, or at least the provisional one. Um, um, as 4 final corners for Jamie, now 3, now 2 final corners. Is he improving? Is he gonna improve? He doesn't have any of the ERS deployment, and I think he slowed down. He stays second. Monkey improved his time, but behind him there was Hack, who spun out of the final corner. On Masmat goes into the pits. Josh has invalidated his time. Hack's time is as well over, and that was, I think, Ifni through the line. He improved his time, but not enough to improve precision-wise. Panda, his time is as well over. Josh's time as well is over. So that is Secret on the pole position for the Singapore race here in Marina Bay. Second is Jamie. Third, James on his debut with AlphaTauri. Monkey fourth, so this is a very great result for the AlphaTauri team. Fifth is Hack, sixth is Josh, seventh is Panda, eighth is Ifni, ninth is Velocity, and 10th is on Mastamar. So Secret on the pole position for the Singapore Grand Prix here in Marina Bay. But the gap between Secret and Jamie to James is huge. It is 8 cents. Yeah, 8 cents. So they're just in their league of their own. As just doesn't seem to have that much pace around here in the Red Bull. But this was qualifying done. Now the drivers will focus on the race. Obviously picking the right strategies for that one. Hopefully they will pick the right ones. Not doing the Ferrari master plan. But I don't actually have anything to say. Honestly. As the formation lap is gonna start shortly in a few moments. And qualifying starts now. Let's see what the drivers have gone with their tire compounds. The pole sitter Secret went for the hard tire. Hack as well with the hards. Liam, Jamie, and Kopspan driving for Ferrari. They have gone with the hard compound as well. Channel on the soft, so he looks to be aggressive on the first stint. Predictive strategy are hard and mediums. Not really the hard medium. That would be a Ferrari strategy from Hungary. But I would maybe predict that hard to medium hard. But the rest of the drivers went for the medium tires. As there's a channel spun and of the exit of turn 9. It's not the best. I mean, it's a great way to heat up your tires, but it's not a very great way to save your tires, especially that you're on the softs. But anyways, the drivers are now in the third sector. Those hards are gonna be very hard to warm them up. Overall, maybe a bit easier. Maybe a bit easier because in Singapore, in this track there are a lot of corners, so that's a big benefit. Secret is doing a bit of sliding, a bit of drifting. I guess this is called Formula Drift now, not Formula 1. Jamie reserving for the Mercedes, and Cupspan for Ferrari. That wasn't scheduled. Oh, as Dave went into the Shadow Realm. But drivers now slotting into the grid slots, as well as Velocity spinning, and as well as Ifni spinning. Many drivers spinning to warm the tires. But as drivers are now under grid slots, this is a very cool cam. No, this one. This will be a very cool cam to watch. So, 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and lights out, and away we go. Here in Singapore, Jamie not getting the greatest starts actually, even though he's on the mediums. Secret keeps his lead with the hard compounds. Liam already being spun, he's lost. Shano as well spun. Copsfan and Jamie gaining from those two, but Secret keeping his lead even though he was on the hards. Jamie not taking the advantage of those mediums, of the start. AlphaTauri drivers, they have done a pretty decent start with their drivers, keeping their places. Top 4 has stayed the same. Ifni gained 3 positions, Velocity gained 3 positions. Hack has dropped down to 7th from 5th, so that's very bad for him. But he was starting on the hards, I think. Yeah, he was starting on the hards, so that was a bit expected. Ormasamad gained 2, Panda lost 2, Josh lost 4, as the Cosfan has been spun, I think, and has lost a piece of his front wing. Ifni has attacked Monkey into somewhere, and Cosfan is already out. He went, I think, just straight, and that has caused a virtual safety car that may go into the full safety car, like I said. Monkey, no, he doesn't have any. Oh, the leader has changed. Jamie in the lead on those mediums. He finally overtook Secrets somewhere. We missed that. We were more concentrated at the end of the pack what was happening there. But Channel in the pits. By the way, and oh, Dave has spun and has blocked the way for Jamie. Dave got a 5-second penalty for civil collision with Jimenez. That's interesting. But Jamie eventually in the first lap. He got the lead off of Secret. James has stayed in the same place, and he's the only driver to be to have stayed in the same position. Ifni gaining 4 positions in the first lap. Monkey lost 1, Vloxy gained 3, Hack has lost 2, Ormesmad gained 2, Panda gained 2, lost 2, lost 2. Josh having a horrible start, lost 4. Lewis has gained 4, Jimenez gained 1, Jamie has gained 3, Liam, after being spun, he has lost 3, Dave has lost 1, Channel lost 4, and the only driver to crash out, or DNF, is Cops fan. But yeah. But yeah, Channel has to catch up. Okay, this is more realistic. Predictive strategy, hards, mediums, pitting on lap 18 of those hards, to the mediums, or medium, soft. That's a bit more realistic. Not hards, medium. The game, listen to me. But drivers, warming up their tires. And especially those hard leader, hard compound, or those drivers who are on the hards, they will have to warm those tires really extremely, because those hards are really hard to warm them up. That's why they're hards, because they're hard. But Dave entered the pits and having a bit of problems coming out of the pits. But he has saved it, and he's still going. Obviously, he has to take the fact that those are hard. Those are very cold now. Yeah, not much to say with this safety car, not much to talk about. I don't know what's happened at the back, but honestly, surprisingly, Jamie didn't get the best starts, what I would think. The Secret kept his lead of the start, and for the first sector, and probably the second one as well, he kept his lead, but then Jamie got him somewhere. But yeah, Jamie is first. He has to take the advantage of those mediums. A safety car is already in this lap. Dave is gonna catch up to these drivers easily, and as well he will have warmed up hard compared to some people who have a bit colder hards or mediums. But Jamie is controlling the pace, and he will go. He goes now. So the race has already been restarted. Jamie will be crossing the line now. So now the racing has officially begun. Dave already spinning, so he did not take any advantage of those hards. As Channel and Liam went side by side into the turn 1, and I think Channel has been spun by Liam. So Dave has at least someone with him. Jamie has kept his lead. Secret has kept his second place, but Ifni and Monkey at it again, but just in the reverse roles, as Vloxy has hit a bit, has hit Monkey in the back a little bit, But at least Monkey didn't spin, so that's at least one good thing. Um, so Monkey or Ifni has kept his 4th position, but Panda already overtaken almost mad, or maybe defending, I don't know, but defending, I guess, from almost mad. And he's 8th. As at the back channel again spun, Jimenez has lost the position to Jamie in the Mercedes. And they need to take the position wise. I don't know. So Panda has overtook almost mad, I guess. Then but almost mad still looking close to Panda, as well as Josh. On that Red Bull, he has to do better than 10th. Even he has to be in that top 5 in that Red Bull at least. But Jamie taking the advantage of those mediums, gaining time or making a bigger and bigger gap from him to Secret. Secret, even though there is no DRS activated yet, he wouldn't even have it now. Monkey overtaking Ifni going into the turn 7. Ifni and Monkey at it again. But now Monkey has finally re-overtaken Ifni at the back. Lewis and Jimenez fighting for P12. I think Jimenez had some front wing damage, I think. Maybe I was just seeing something. Or maybe not seeing something, it would be better. But Jimenez has lost 12 to Lewis. Hack Velocity has lost 2 positions to Hack and Panda. So something has happened to Velocity in that tricky sequence of corners. Velocity doesn't have a piece of his front wing, so we know why. So he probably lost control of his car, and now he's lost a piece of his front wing. So that means that maybe he'll have to go into the pits and pit for hearts, I think. But that is causing behind him to almost to drivers behind him bunch up. Velocity not going into the pits, so he's staying out. But almost mad will get him into the first corner, I think. He sends it into turn 1, but he still can't do it. Now into turn 3, they make a bit of contact, but Josh, who makes a brilliant switchback on both of them, and he's up to 8th, but almost mad has dived in on the inside. Jamie has a beautiful look of this fight. What is happening even here? Josh still hasn't gained a place. Almost on the outside of Velocity. Oh, this is really tight between these 2 drivers. But it looks like they're still going side by side. These 2 drivers are still going side by side. But almost mad is just a tad bit ahead. They're still going side by side. Why they're going side by side into here? And they have made contact. Velocity has spun almost mad. Almost mad probably will have some floor damage of that. What was happening with those 2 drivers? Josh up to 8th, Jamie up to 9th, Velocity down to 10th. He still has the front wing damage. Liam trying around the outside of Lewis, going into turn whatever it is. I don't remember. But they're still going side by side. Liam again on the outside. Now Lewis on the outside. Dave trying to overtake Liam somewhere, but Liam and Lewis again at it, still at it. But finally Liam has overtaken him. Dave in the meantime has overtaken Lewis as well, so Lewis has lost 2 positions, but that's allowed Dave to close up to Liam, and Dave could potentially overtake Liam into turn 7 behind. Almost Matt has successfully overtaken Lewis, and he's up to 13th. Ifni is fighting with Hack. Hack, I think he made a launch up to turn 7. But attack was not successful. And yeah, like I said, Dave into turn 7, probably even before turn 7, he overtook Liam. Jamie still keeping his lead, but not increasing the gap between him and Secret anymore. The gap has stayed pretty much the same. So maybe the mediums have dropped off somewhat, and the hards are looking more faster and faster. James just in the league, not in the league of his own. I wouldn't say that, but just in the no man's land, third, 2 seconds behind, 2.5 seconds behind Secret, but 1.5 seconds behind Monkey. As Hack, there's open. He will again look to overtake Ifni, but into turn 7. I'm guessing he will try to overtake him into turn 7. Velocity is still going with his broken front wing. Dave going a bit wide, but could Dave overtake Velocity into turn 1? No, he won't. So he will have to wait into turn 7, I think. Maybe he could do it into turn 5. But Hack again looking close to Ifni, but still cannot find a way to overtake Ifni. Jamie and Josh looking very close between each other. Dave are trying around the outside of Velocity, going into turn 7. Now again around the outside into turn 8, but Velocity still keeping. He's still ahead of Dave, but he's looking very slow with that damaged front wing. I don't know why is he still out there. Dave will probably at some point just be very not he will be impatient in some time, and he will just dive somewhere that he shouldn't. But now into turn 12, I think. Again around the outside, he tries on the exit, very close to the wall. Now he'll be again on the outside of Velocity, the same place that Lewis and Liam have been fighting, but Dave has successfully somehow overtaken Velocity. There's a bit of contact between those two, but he has overtaken Velocity successfully. Now it will be Liam who has to overtake him. Well, obviously he doesn't have to if he doesn't want to, but it will be better. So going into turn 1, he just a tad bit too far. Dave will increase the gap between himself and Velocity as Liam hit the back of Velocity, and that has gotten almost mad up to 12. Velocity down to 13th. Lewis 14th and that was a bit, and there was as well collision between both of the Alfa Romeos, but between them there was nothing that they could do since Velocity was already spun. But there must be some damage to Liam after that contact. We don't see any damage, but there will be maybe some slight damage that we don't see. But Almost Mad has overtaken Liam. Now he's up to 11th. Velocity 5 seconds for corner cutting. Maybe he's hunting down Liam, which would be very immature. I hope he doesn't do that. I really hope that he doesn't do that. Well, it doesn't look that he's doing it, but I hope that he won't do it. Jimenez looking very close to Lewis. But I don't think he will catch him or he will overtake him anywhere here in the third sector. Jamie has gotten his pace up. and he is now 3.1 seconds out of Secret, so that's slowly but surely making that gap bigger between himself and Secret. James, well, James and Monkey just focusing on their race. They are in the no man's land. As Velocity again 3 seconds for corner cutting. So maybe he is actually hunting down Liam. He doesn't have much ERS. Liam has, well, basically not much as well. But I don't get it why Velocity is still out there with a broken front wing. Oh! Jimenez and Lewis, they have made contact. Jimenez has been spun by Lewis. There was some contact between those two. I don't know which fault it was. Maybe it could have been that Jimenez just closed the door on Lewis, but it could be as well that Lewis went into the back of Jimenez. It could be either way. Liam has for the few seconds has overtaken almost Matt, but he was around the outside of turn 12. But he's giving back the position to Velocity. But Velocity is giving back the position to Liam. What is happening between those two? Oh, that was a very big launch. Oh. And Velocity just made a stupid launch into turn 18. Yeah, turn 18. And that gave Liam front wing damage. He will pit into the pits. Yes. Velocity, well, probably that was just a bit immature. And he retires. He just goes fully into the wall. I think now, well, and that has caused a safety car. Definitely not the proudest moment for Velocity. Yeah, but the gap between Jamie and Secret will decrease. And maybe Jamie will have to pit for the hearts. Secret, he may have to go on a 2-stop for the mediums, depending. Did he choose to have more soft or balanced ones? As both Jamie and Secret go into the pits. Jamie, I expect him to go onto the hards. Secret, I expect him to go onto the mediums. As both avatars as well go in, they will go onto the hards. Jamie went onto the mediums, surprisingly. As after our double stacking, James onto the hearts, and I think Monkey as well onto the hearts. Yeah, a lot of drivers going onto the hearts, so they're going to the end. This is a Mercedes one too, which we didn't expect. But surprisingly, Jamie onto the mediums. Alright, but the other ones that have pitted, except for Secret, who, well, he was on the hard, so he probably is going to stop with the mediums. I understand him, but the other drivers. Oh, Velocity got 5 seconds for a severe collision with Jimenez. That's beautiful by Velocity. But yeah, the other drivers who have pitted going onto the hards. Dave not pitting, which, well, to be honest, he has pitted. He would have pitted twice. Liam onto the mediums, so he's doing the same as Secret, but he has gone to an no, he has pitted already. But this is allowing to other drivers for like Channel, who has been like a couple of seconds, um, or like probably few like a minute behind from the leaders. He cannot catch up to the pack. Maybe he can get a better result than a 15th or 16th. As Velocity is lost, it's well, he kinda deserves what he did. Um, to Liam and between Unmasked Matt and Velocity, I don't really know. I'm not gonna talk about that, but between Velocity and Liam, the second one, or um, well, Liam just made a mistake and he hit Velocity in the back. That that's just a mistake that everyone everyone does. Even I did to Liam twice. But just to make a revenge, really, just from that small mistake, he probably didn't even did that on purpose, and he just, oh man. Anyways, as the grid, the rest of the drivers are bunching up to behind the safety car. Um, um, yeah, obviously right now there's nothing much to say because no racing. Mm. Safety car is not going in. Yeah, like I said, safety car is not going in this lap yet, but it will probably go in the next lap. Nothing much to saying, honestly. Well, actually, I guess in the AI. No, he doesn't. No, 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 he's not in the AI. The movement doesn't look like he's in the AI, but he has put it for hearts again. And how many stops has he done? 2. So the same amount as Channel. But he has 30 seconds to gain onto Channel, basically to the rest of the pack. It will be quite fast, but he has to push. Um, but yeah, Luxury is catching up quickly. That was expected to the rest of the state car pack. So, yeah. At least someone is watching. um, the Deluxe 3 is gonna be in a few moments close to the rest of the pack. So, safety car is gonna be in this lap. Like the race control agrees with me. The safety car is in this lap. So Hack is now controlling the pace. What's okay? Um, so now Hack is gonna be controlling the pace. Hi. I don't even know what that guy said, but like, but if he said that hi, then hi, hello, welcome to halfway of the race. Um, but yeah, Hack is controlling the pace. And I think he will go in a matter of seconds. He's gonna go. There's still no overtaking. He's going now, so the restart is going, and he will cross the line right about now. And Jamie has already overtaken Jamie into the even before the first corner. Secret fighting with the Jamie in the Mercedes, but he has already overtaken him as well. So this strategy that both of the Mercedes drivers went, it's not looking great for them. Jamie will be trying to overtake Hack into the turn 7, and he does it around the outside of Hack into turn 7. Hack Secret will try to. He's diving into the turn 8, and he pushes Hack into the wall. He went as well into the wall. I don't think there's any damage for Secret, but Hack has lost massive amount of time. He's down in 15th. And Jamie is down in 3rd. So the AlphaTauri as what is happening? Monkey is in the wall. Monkey is in the wall. Maybe some kind of contact between Ifni and himself. Ifni probably went into the back of him. We don't know. But Monkey is still fighting. Now he's down to 10th. He was fighting with Liam a bit, but he's down to 10. Now he's trying to overtake on Masamar into this into the tricky section of corners. But Hack immediately he was leading for a few moments. Now he's already down in 15th with the old hearts. Monkey already overtaken on Masmar around the side of turn 3, and he's already out of him and going into the turn 5. So his next target is gonna be the Red Bull driver of Josh, but he's gonna be trying to overtake Dave on the inside of turn 7. He still hasn't made it. He's now on the outside of turn 8. He's trying to switch back Dave, but he's still not made it. So he's still in 8th. The gap between Secret and Jamie is growing. Well, Jamie with those hard and old hearts not gonna be looking good. James has still not overtaken Jamie, which is still a bit surprising. But Channel going down the order. He's now down in 16th. And Hack trying to overtake Lewis up the inside, and he's made it. And in the background, Vloxy has massive amount of wheel spin, and Channel for a brief moment has overtaken him, but he has now re-overtaken him. Secret with the new fastest lap, 141.349. DRS has been enabled, so now Secret could overtake, or technically re-overtake Jamie. Velocity 3 seconds, but Josh has overtaken Dave going into the turn 1. But we'll focus for the first place. Secret, even with the DRS, he still hasn't closed enough to Jamie to overtake him. James still behind Jamie, and the other Jamie, and as at the back, Dave and Monkey scrapping it out for 8th. Velocity, what has happened with him? Well, there's a safety car once again. I guess he crashed out, just like that. I don't know what has happened. Maybe some contact with Lewis. Who knows? Only Velocity and the drivers that were ahead of him. As we'll go with onboard with channel. No, we won't, because we don't see it. But safety car is again out. Secret was looking very close to Jamie. Now they could either risk it with these mediums to go until the end, or they could pit for new mediums. Jamie not going in. Secret is going in. Jamie in the Mercedes will go in. James not going in. Ifni not going in. Panda not going in. Josh not going in. Dave is going in. Monkey not going in. Olmasmar as well going in. Hack going in, obviously. And Secret has pitted for the new mediums, what I was talking about. But Jamie on the who has been on the hards, he's now ahead of Secret. So this has changed for Secret. But Jamie in the Ferrari may not. He may not. He may not go until the end with these mediums, but this safety car will be for around few laps. But he could maybe get them until the end. Well, at first he will have better pace than the grid behind him, which are slower. I wouldn't say Josh is that slower, but well, his race in right now and his pace overall, he has just he just doesn't have the pace right now. He just doesn't have the pace right now. In that Red Bull. But yeah, James is up to second, which is very good for AlphaTauri. I don't know, should I talk about these, because these are basically only important for the beginning of the race. But basically everyone either on mediums or hards. Nobody is that pretty stupid. Our Secret said that he had front wing damage from that attack. Well, kind of, that's what you get for diving up the inside of turn 8 that aggressively. Kinda. But anyways, the whole grid is now behind the whole pack is behind everyone. And basically it's gonna be the same for a few laps. It's just gonna be a bit boring. This is good looking, but in the meantime, Ferrari driving with only one car, they will get, as of right now, they will get 25 points. The most, I think. AlphaTauri, they'll be getting 2nd and 6th right now. McLaren, 3rd. Aston Martin, in that bit of a tractor, you could say. 4th and 7th, respectively. Josh 5th and Secret 11th. not looking the best for Red Bull as of right now. Jimenez 8th, Lewis 9th, both Mercedes 10th and 13th, Alpine not looking the best once again, 12th and 14th, and Channel 15th, as the safety car is in at the end of this lap. But Jamie is going to be controlling the pace. Obviously, everyone wants those tires to be as much heated as possible. And Jamie will be going in the amount of time. He's already going. He is now going. So the racing has again begun, and you can now make the overtakes if you want to make one. Jamie with a really nice restart. Yellow flags at the back. Secret, and Jamie colliding, and they're now technically out of the race, with both of them having massive amount of damage to their cars. Jamie just probably trying to disqualifying himself. Hack now down to 12. Dave overtaking Lewis already, going into the turn 7. Josh has spun out of turn 8. This is a disaster for Red Bull once again. 13th and 14th not getting any points right now. So this is looking beautiful for Ferrari with the standings, as Ferrari are only 14.5 points ahead of Red Bull. Now, if this race is gonna end like this, it's gonna be 25 points more for the Ferrari, and Jamie will once again increase his championship lead on Secret. But it looks that Jamie will just run away with this race. Now only 10 laps remaining with this race. James still looking quite nice, 1.2 seconds behind Jamie. Hack, I think, overtook Channel. Ifni still staying in 3rd, but behind him there is Panda in the Aston Martin. Monkey will probably as well try to overtake Panda somewhere, but Liam as well 6th in that Aston Martin, reserving for Splendy. Secret's retiring in the pits, so he is out of this race. So he's not trying anything. He has basically rage quit it. And there's basically only one Red Bull and one Mercedes running, so only one car from the top 3 teams is running right now. So now probably someone from the lower teams, mid-table, they could score a potential podium. Well, not potential, probably a guaranteed podium. Josh trying to overtake Lewis into these twisty sections, but now he could overtake him into turn whatever it is. I don't know which it is, and Hack has spun around going into that corner, which I still don't know what it is. But he has spun. He was fighting with Jimenez. Now he is 3 seconds behind Jimenez. DRS has been enabled. Jamie looks to be running away with this. 9 laps remaining. Panda has gone off of the DRS zone from Ifni. And still looks to be off from that DRS. Yes, he is out of that DRS zone. But behind him there is Monkey, who has the DRS, who's using all of his DRS remaining but Panda as well uses ERS to defend himself from Monkey. Dave trying around the outside of Liam, going into turn 7. I think they made a bit of contact going into there. Almost but now on the inside of Liam, but he couldn't overtake him. But Dave is up to 6th. Liam down in 7th. Almost but trying to overtake Liam going into turn 10. And he has made it, but he got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So this may affect him later on in this race. He doesn't have a DRS from his teammate. Liam does have from Almost Mad, but that's not going to be that beneficial. Panda has caught up to Ifni. Not that much, but still has caught up to the DRS zone, which he will probably have going into these last corners and to the main start-finish straight. He has the DRS, so he can defend from Monkey and gain a bit of time on Ifni. But the gap doesn't seem to be going down between Panda and Ifni. Panda will have the DRS, but he's not going to be that much able to overtake him, as Hack has overtook, meanwhile, Jimenez going into the turn 1, so Hack is up to 9th. But Panda with that DRS has gained to Ifni a bit, but not enough to overtake him. Monkey looking behind those two. If Panda would do some kind of a mistake going into these couple of corners, or maybe just drop out of that DRS zone, which he hasn't, so he will have the DRS going into this back straight, or the second back straight. Monkey has lost a bit of time on Panda. But Panda's 1 second behind Ifni, so he's on the verge of losing that DRS zone on Ifni, but it's not looking that he has any DRS on Ifni, so he's on his own for now. So he has to defend from Monkey going into turn 1. Well, he didn't have to that much defend from him, as that straight is just too short, as Monkey gets 3 seconds for multiple warnings. So he's probably out of this fight for 3rd, which means that this is fight between Panda and Ifni. But the problem for Panda, goddamn notification, I don't need that, as Hack has spun out of turn 5 and he is already down to 11th, which means that probably Mercedes won't be scoring any points in this race. Yeah, he's probably out of this race for challenging for the points, as Josh has just overtaken Jimenez going into the turn 9. Alpine are looking to run away with these P6 and P7, as Almost Mad has pulled a big enough gap between himself and Liam. God damn, my ear hurts. Jamie not really looking to increase the gap between himself and James, so those mediums may be looking to be dropping off as of right now. We see a bit of a line between the use in the tire. the used bit and the more a bit more fresher bit. I don't know how to call it, but Monkey is really close to Panda. Panda doesn't have any more of that ERS reserved what he had. If he has plenty of it, so it will be more difficult for Panda to overtake Ifni, because Ifni can just easily defend Panda with ERS, while Panda will just have to rely on Ifni making a mistake. The race has been quiet down a bit. The only real kind of fight is between Ifni, Panda, and Monkey, or maybe more a bit between Panda and Monkey, but we will see. But anyways, Panda just being on that verge with that DRS, as well as Monkey has lost a bit of time to Panda. Third sector, James has spun it out of turn 21, and this has allowed Panda to be up to third, and this has allowed as well for both of these drivers to both of the AlphaTaurs to now fight for the fourth position. They're going side by side into turn 1. James is ahead. Jimenez, meanwhile, does the same mistake as James did, but this is allowed. But the mistake that James did, this is allowed for Jamie to just easily cruise home. Ifni up to second, Panda up to third. He could potentially get this tractor up to the podium, and James is down in fourth. Monkey still in fifth, and this race has gotten more interesting, but James doesn't have much ERS, as well as Panda and Monkey. Only Ifni has a lot of ERS, which he has saved, and he didn't need to use it. But yeah, Jamie is probably gonna cruise home to the victory. Panda looking very close to Ifni, a bit more closer that he has been over this time when he has been behind Ifni. He's gotten a bit of a slide between turns 22 and 23, but he's a bit slowly losing that DRS, as James is very close to Panda. Going into turn 5, only 2 tenths, 3 tenths, 2.5 tenths between them. James uses his ERS. He has activated his ERS. They're going side by side into turn 7. A bit of contact between them. James has pushed off Panda off track, and James up to third. Now he'll have to fight Ifni for that second place, to regain that second place what he has lost because of his own mistake. I think, yeah, Josh has just overtaken Liam up to 8th. Yeah, Alpine just looking to cruise to 6th and 7th. Monkey now trying to go up the inside of Panda, but they've made contact, and Panda lost it a bit. Monkey didn't want to overtake him, but this is allowed, or not really allowed, but Panda to lose the DRS on James and basically lose hopes to even make. What's a surprise! Jamie in the pits, pitting for softs. What is he doing? Pitting from the lead. this is allowing again Panda to go up to third and Ifni to lead this race for the potential win, and maybe as well James on his debut to win this race. If he's gonna overtake Ifni, he doesn't have yet ERS. But Jamie down in 8th. Now he will have to use all of the pace that he has on these softs. He goes into turn 6 side by side with Josh and easily overtakes him. Now he's 5 seconds behind Ormasmar, and that gap between himself and Ormasmar will drop massively. Already 4.4, now 4.1 already. So he's maximizing that those softs to the absolute limit. Already 3.5, 3.4, 3.3, 3.1. He's already in that 3-second penalty of Ormasmar. Jamie is pushing like hell, but James has gained to Ifni. He's only 4.5 tenths behind Ifni. Now he will have the DRS going into the main straight, or to the start-finish straight. He has gained a bit, only 3.5 tenths between them. But he's lost it a bit through the exit of turn 3. But Ifni has a lot of ERS on his hand. James doesn't have much. He only has 14%. Ifni has 60%. James doesn't seem to be gaining that much. So James will have to settle for another time, maybe on this lap, or maybe next lap, going again into turn 7. Panda looking to cruise home for third. Jamie already overtook Ormasmar, and he'll be hunting now Dave for 5th place. Dave, he has already overtook Monkey going into turn 10, and he's up to 4th. And Jamie already, well, virtually up to 5th, since Monkey has this 3-second time penalty. So Jamie already up to 5th, virtually. James, his gap between himself and Ifni has kept the same. He has lost it a bit on the exit of turn 17. Now through 21, exit of 21, he has lost a bit. Now it's 6 tenths. Last lap it was 4.5. Now he will gain obviously on this start-finish straight a bit, only 4 tenths behind Ifni. Jamie already overtaken Monkey even before turn 1 and setting the new fastest lap. He will have to overtake Dave going into the turn 7 as quickly as possible. Obviously he doesn't have to. Monkey getting another 3-second time penalty. James doesn't seem to be having that much pace on the straight. Ifni just has that tad bit more pace on the straight. And Jamie still hasn't overtaken Dave. So Dave is defending like a lion, basically, for Panda, who could get, I don't know, maybe the first podium for himself in RVRL. Jamie not looking to be impatient, but he will probably dive into the chicane, hairpin, and he has made it done. But Dave has no, he doesn't have, he hasn't gotten a better exit. So Jamie's next target is Panda. He could potentially ruin Panda's not victory, podium. Jamie is gaining a lot. Already 2.4, 2.3, 2.2, 2.1, 2.0. He's gaining like a madman. Now, last Ifni has started the final lap of this race. Jamie already under 2 seconds behind Panda. Monkey again getting, well, he has now gotten 5 seconds. He has went into the pits. We will focus on here. Ifni uses all of his DRS. James, even with that DRS, doesn't seem to be gaining. So Ifni just now has to cruise home for victory in that McLaren. Jamie now already under 1 second behind Panda. He has to overtake him on that back straight. He has gained already massively. Half a second behind Panda. He could potentially rob, or not rob, but just take away Panda's podium place. And in the background we see Dave has spun, but Jamie has dived up the side of Panda. Panda defending like a lion right now. Do the sector 3. He has to defend and park the bus everywhere. Right now, with these 4 last corners, Jamie desperately trying to overtake him. But Ifni, through the final corners, he will cross the line to win the Singapore Grand Prix here in Marina Bay. James comes second. Panda has defended brilliantly behind Jamie. He's finishing third, and podium place for the Aston Martin team. Team will be very happy with that. Jamie only 93 thousandths behind Panda. Dave finishing third. Josh 6th. Hack 7th after a bit of a chaos at the back. What has happened to him? On Master Matt finishing 8th after his penalties. Liam finishing 9th. Monkey will finish 10th. No, he actually won't. Shadow will finish 10th. Jimenez 12th and Lewis 13th. What a race this was. Once again, but what a drive by Ifni, and as well for Panda, who has had a brilliant race around here in Singapore. But this is Ifni, who has won the Singapore Grand Prix from 8th. James, who had the pace but just didn't have the straight line speed, and later on just didn't have any more pace in his hands, finishes second. Panda just about finishes third. Get these why am I getting so many notifications in this race? Jamie finishing fourth, just behind Panda, but he will get the fastest lap of this race. Dave 5th after his spin on the final lap. Josh finishing 6th, the same place that he qualified in. Hack 7th, Ormasmat 8th, Liam 9th. Pretty decent race, or not decent, but really good race for the Aston Martin team. Channel finishing 10th, probably his first points. Jimenez 11th, and Monkey 12th, Lewis 13th. This was a very exciting race, I must say. This was a very exciting race. But yeah, it was a very exciting race, I must say. Like, really exciting. Yeah. But yeah, this was, I must say, this was a very exciting race. But this was, I don't have anything to say honestly. I don't have anything to say. So this was the was Storm Singapore Grand Prix, and see you guys next week in Japan. Yeah, next race is Japan. So see you guys in Japan.